Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome to the edition of the Newbie Farm. Alright, what is going on today? If you recall from the previous episode, we were working away on this field here. And as you can see, our people are still doing their thing. They're just finishing up this field. This is about maybe halfway-ish done now. I feel like I should have gotten a bigger seeder and just rented a seeder for like an hour, a big one. Maybe we'll do that next time. I shouldn't be... Like if we want to use, let's say, something like this, so I don't have to cultivate. So this is the weird thing, though. With a soil mod, when you want to use like a one that doesn't cultivate or anything like that, like sometimes it's fine because it just really doesn't matter what you're doing. So if you're spreading just the nutrients down, you don't need to cultivate it in. However, if you are spreading something like manure, you have to plow it in for it to have the maximum effect. Or slurry actually doesn't matter. So if you had enough slurry, it wouldn't make a difference actually. So that's just a thought. Oh, I thought I got, that must be one of the little. Apparently I can cut that. Huh. Didn't expect that to happen. Whatever, we'll just leave it there. Anyways, I just noticed that. So what we're gonna do is let these guys do their thing. But we are kind of a little low on cash now. I guess that last minute purchase probably wasn't the best idea. And the purchase I'm referring to, of course, is the VW bus. However, I think it's going to be okay because what will happen is once we have cherry trees, or actually cherries, we'll be able to sell them and make a whole little bit of money. The way I have it set up is, of course, is it going to show that in here? Oh, it does. So the way it shows up is just going to drop them off there. I could give them a kiosk, but I don't really. I just want to be able to sell them all, which I suppose is a bit cheaty in one way or another. But also because we have this, we actually don't need. We actually don't need to have this and something else. I don't know why we have. I feel like you can take this. I feel like you can take this top part off, but I don't know what the button would be. Nope. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's go test something real quick. Let's go test to see what this looks like when you go pick up a little bit. I have a little tiny bit of what is it? I have a little bit of, I think it's rye or oats maybe. Let's just see what happens, because this should be able to take anything that we have, and I'm just curious as to how this is going to work. Or it should be able to, at least. Should be able to. Come on. You know you want to be able to. Okay, so maybe it doesn't. That's really strange. Because it should be able to. So if I bring this up, there's the trigger right there. Huh, that's really strange. I should be able to just get to... Wow, that's odd. Why wouldn't it let me... Do I need to open that up or something first? Watch, you have to like open it up or something, and then it'll start to work. No, we don't need the lights on. No. There's got to be a button. No. I'm just pressing all the buttons to see if it actually does something, because I feel like this will only work if I take the back part off. I just don't know what the button is. Huh. I have no idea. But it's supposed to be able to. If we go into the information, this is why it's a little confusing. Oops, if we go into the information and look right here. Oh no, it doesn't say regular stuff. Okay. This is my imagination then. So, yeah. It's just my imagination. I thought it took all the things, so never mind. So, the thing I was going to do does not apply at all, because this cannot actually carry the fruits. Because I was going to sell this trailer, because I thought, hey, we have this nice trailer now, I can carry all the things. But this is only UPK stuff, but let's just see if this will actually work. It might. It does have a hitch on the back. I don't know if it'll actually hook up to that. No, I didn't think so. That wouldn't make sense, but look at the size of this. So if we actually drive this beside it, it's kind of it's a little ridiculously sized. That's fine. Alright, so let's go take a quick little jaunt down and see how things are going. I do like this thing though. This is fun to drive. Because it's small and it's really responsive. And it has like a funny sound to it. Alright, so this guy's moving along. He's doing his thing. Looks like our New Holland needs some help. I actually can back up really quickly too, which is kind of funny. Not into the bushes, but apparently Frito-Lay's was saying that if you want to get rid of the bushes, you can get rid of them by taking out the soil mod, I believe he said. I want to grab this thing. By taking out the soil mod, then you can plow, you can cultivate the bushes. But as of right now, the way I have it set up, you can do it if you plow them under with the soil mod I discovered. That's after talking with Roy. He said you could do that, so that's the reason why I know that. In previous versions of the Newbie farm, all you had to do was just cultivate them. But in this version, as of right now, you have to let's take this little strip out here. I don't know why this is here in the first place, but it's there. But in this version, you can plow them out, so it's not a problem. Which kind of makes sense. You'd have to plow it under and all that jazz. Alright. Apparently, if you press Shift R, it won't look back when you back up. So I have to remember that because I want to be able to do that when I'm in my combine, because every other vehicle doesn't make a difference except for the combine. Basically, the combine's the one that really makes a difference. Why is the soil mod ticking over? Weird. Does it at noon? I thought it does it at midnight. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it does do a calculation at noon. So this is for the moisture, is what it's calculating right now. I believe at noon or 12 o'clock in the middle of the day, it calculates moisture levels, if memory serves. Actually, Decker left an interesting comment. He's been very kind in leaving information in regards to the soil mod, which is very helpful. Thank you very much again, Decker. Much appreciated. And I was asking him a quick question about the soil mod, and the question was pertaining to. Let's just draw it in here for a quick sec. So as you can see, the moisture level has changed now, all in this field. So there's some parts that have 30%, some places that have 40%. If I bring up my reference chart, I haven't even closed it. I just left it up all day. Not that I've been playing all day, I just happened to just leave it and not close it. So for moisture levels, we're at 57%, we'll get 100% yield. If the moisture is at 100%, which is not even close, we will get a 7% yield. And if it's at 14%, so I'm assuming you have a yield loss, some sort of yield loss, if your moisture is between 14 and 57. I don't know how much the yield loss is, but it's somewhere in there somehow. So, if you recall, I mentioned that we probably need to spread some NPK, so we'll do that right now, as we have this thing. And also, as many people have mentioned, put the front loader on this little tractor and it'll counterweight it quite a bit. That was exactly what it needed. It's still a little light for my liking, but what can you do? I'd love to be able to... I probably could actually sell this now that I think about it. I don't technically need a front loader at this particular time. What would be really nice, let's just see if I have any other mid-sized tractors that would be nice on this farm. That are affordable. These would be okay. They're okay, actually. They're okay. They're not my favorite. They're not bad. Oh, I have those. Totally forgot where I got those from now. This would be nice. Overkill, but nice. But it's cheap though. Look at that, 17,000. That would be it's 120 horsepower, 15 grand. That's pretty cheap actually. How much money? 65,000. I love these things. 65,000. How much would we even get for this? We would get 32,000. Oh, well. 75 horsepower. So we could technically actually, we probably could replace this with something that we actually would use, because even though we have a front loader, we actually don't need a front loader at this particular time. And if we do need one, we could actually just rent one. So do we need a front loader? I guess the only real reason why we would need a front loader at this particular time is for forestry, and I don't do forestry, although I've been considering it much more on this map because money is a bit more of an issue here, which is kind of interesting, and there's trees all around the place. So the only problem with that is the fact that you do need a much more powerful tractor in order to take full advantage of forestry, because you need to be able to chip things, and I don't have a chipper or a tractor that's powerful enough to be able to run the chipper, which is the other problem. But there are trees all over the place, so we could do this. So I'm going to sell this right now because first of all, I'm not a big fan of the T4, and if we do get a front loader, we could always get the 135 horsepower John Deere one, which is a nice tractor to have. I think we can drive all the way around and get to the shop. So, and also the John Deere's, this one only has 75 horsepower, and the John Deere has 135. So that's the other nice thing about it. And it's a front loader too. I could theoretically get the case, but the case is a bit more expensive. So actually, both of those, that old school one is that's an interesting thought actually. Alright, so we'll just sell this for the time being. I should not have brought the front loader here. Oh well. Yes, I want to sell this tractor. Yes, please. I want to sell the bucket. No. I want to keep the front loader arms, because then we could use it for the other tractor. So now we have $36,000. So let's see if we can find a tractor that will actually work for our farm. We don't need any new trailers or anything like that at this particular time. Let's take a look at this. So this was 135 horsepower. It's an okay mod, not the best. These ones are actually fairly nice, but they are only 10 horsepower more, and they're more expensive. Not worth it in my opinion, because we're trying to save money. That is an okay mod. This one's a gorgeous mod, but too expensive. At this particular time, these ones are nice as well. A little out of our budget. So is that, so is that. These ones I could theoretically get. The most powerful one is 119. However, I just don't like the way they look very much. This one's 90. Why is that one 95? Okay. These ones could work. The Fent would be gorgeous. This, I haven't used this one yet, so I don't know what it's like. It might be nice. Could get the Curavits. We have enough money for the Curavits. 220 horsepower too, but it's not a front loader. But it would be able to do everything we want it to do. It would be able to seed. It'd be able to... that might be a good option. I hate to say that. Then there's also this one here. It's 120 horsepower. Not the nicest looking model, but it'll get the job done. This one's a gorgeous 185 horsepower. It'd be nice. What other options do we have in here? These guys. We don't have enough money for these guys, unfortunately. So it seems like we can't... we could rent these technically. Curavits is looking like a good option, because one of the things we run into is the weight issues a lot of the time. The Curavits or the Curavits has 100 more horsepower, and I don't know if this is going to be heavy enough for some of the stuff, because the issue we run into sometimes, of course, is with the weights. So let's just think about it for a bit. We're not in a rush at this particular time. Let's just think about it. And this guy's doing his thing still. Because we do need to... Yes, maybe we do need to buy something now. Alright. I wish you could click a button saying filter only the ones you could afford. That'd be kind of a nice little filter. Maybe there is one that you could probably pick up. So we could get these, but not worth it. The Curavits, honestly, the Curavits is probably our best bet. The only downfall of the Curavits is that it doesn't... I don't know. This one would work. It's a nice smaller tractor. It is a front loader as well. But I just don't know what the weight is going to be like with it. That's my only thought. 15,000. We could get both technically. Is weight going to be an issue with this? I don't know. It might be. Let's go with the Kirovitz, just because. Let's go with the default color. I know people hate the Kirovitz. I actually like it. The nice thing about the Kirovitz, let's put this in group 1, sure. Nice thing about the Kirovitz is the fact that it's really heavy. And basically, this is kind of like future-proofing ourselves to a certain extent as well. Because this allows us to pick up any of the rent any of the larger equipment as well, which is nice. So if we want to rent, let's say, one of the tree stump grinders, can we do that? No, I think the tree stump grinders actually need a lot more. If we look at the forestry, so we can't use that even. And this thing doesn't say, we probably could use this. Technically it doesn't say any horsepower requirements, so we probably could use anything we wanted to, which is kind of a bit cheaty, but whatever. But now with this, we don't have to worry about weight issues at the moment. We can get a bigger cultivator as well, which would be nice, so we don't have to wait ages. Technically we could rent our seeders as well, instead of having to buy it. This is funny, this is the thing I've noticed about the rental mod, or this particular version of the rental mod. There are different versions. This one, the one I have, is from... This one has high maintenance though. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Should have remembered that. The one thing that is funny about the rental mod is that you realize that you don't necessarily need to buy all the equipment. You can just rent it whenever you need it. Which is perhaps... I don't know, like in real life you can actually, like, I was reading the Farmers Forum this morning and there's advertisements all over that thing for rent a 135 horsepower tractor for the season for $5,600, so it's not unreasonable to think that you could rent something for the season, so it makes sense. It makes sense. Now this tractor is going to be overkill for most of the stuff we have right now, but that's fine. It's cheap, but it's expensive to the one thing I should have thought about was the fact that it is expensive to maintain on a daily basis. You would never use this thing to do this, but we're gonna have to refill. So this is the funny thing. I always find this because when you get expensive, when you start off with like expensive starting equipment and then you just sell it and buy cheaper, more powerful stuff, which is kind of random, right? Like this is a 220 horsepower tractor. It looks funny as heck with this thing on it, but it will work. Not like it won't work. How does that song go? She ain't pretty, she just looks that way. That's an old song too. Some of you may know that song. Some of you may have no idea what the heck I'm going on about. So NPK. So let me just clarify. So if we look at, so I don't drive all over our crop. So let's just go over here. So our soil moisture is low. Our nutrients are X4. Our PK, our N is X4. Our PK is X1. So depending on what you spread. So if I spread PK, just PK, it will give us an X3 bonus. So that means we'll be at X4 for PK, but our N will be only at 4 still. Did you catch all that? So if I spread this, what will happen is I will get 3 N and 1 PK. If I change this to PK, so only doing P and K, phosphorus and potassium, I guess that's supposed to be. I don't know, that's my guess. I don't know if it actually represents those or not, but I can only assume that's what Decker was going for. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just a guess. So let me just show you the differences here. So with this one, you would get 3 N, so right down here, and 1 PK. If I spread PK, which is this one right here, as you can see, I would get an X3 bonus for PK. And if I spread, I think it's an X3 and X1. Now I need to go and check. Because Decker left a comment. Yeah, PK would just be 0 nitrogen and 3. That's what I thought. And then if I spread just nitrogen, it would be X5, but it also takes a pH dip. So this is lime, and then PK. So we're going to spread PK because we have, we're taking a bigger hit right now if we spread if we don't spread this, because our PK is lower than our N. So our PK needs to be at 4 for 100% yield, and N needs to be at 5. So we're only taking, I think it's a 10% yield hit right now. Yeah, it's only 10%. This is ridiculous. Oh, so close. Alright. Let's go forward here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Is that really doing that on this? Oh, I guess I haven't used this. Oh, so, you can see that there. So with this one, you can see it's a little red. So with NPK, it's actually blue, and this one's red. Oh, that's kind of cool. Why is that terrible? Wow. Okay, this is going to be a problem. So what I'll do is I'll just drive it, but I'll follow the line, because apparently it doesn't like this particular tractor with the GPS mod, which is really strange. I don't remember ever having that problem. That's odd. I wonder why. Strange. Whatever. Alright, so this does look ridiculous, and apparently it's possibly wasn't the best choice, because I like to use the GPS mod, so keep that in mind. But it's cheap and powerful tractor. Alright. But it is maneuverable, which is nice. Unfortunately, when there's trees around, doesn't appear that way. There we go. So the way I'm driving it is I'm not actually using the GPS mod, because apparently this is what happens when I try to follow the line with an articulated tractor. Look at that. Isn't that terrible? I can go backwards apparently, but not forwards. I don't know why. See? Look at this. That's really strange. I don't know why it does that. I've never... Maybe it's because the implement is behind? I'm not sure. It really thinks it's like wants to like wobble the whole time. That's really strange. Anyways, so I'm just following the line. I'm actually driving, as you can see. I'm just following the line, because apparently, if I try to use the GPS mod with an articulated tractor, it doesn't like it very much. One of the really nice things about not being able to change your fertilizer when you're out in the field, for example, is that you won't accidentally change it. I've done that with seeding I don't know how many times now. So it's nice that you cannot make that mistake. In my opinion, at least. It is slightly annoying, I suppose, in the sense that you want to be able to change sometimes in the middle of the field without having to go back. Like right now we're close to the farm, so it's not a big deal. Actually, what I can do, I'll do it this way. I'll make this a little bit more... Let's go. Can I go on this line right here? What would happen? Is that going to be... No. Let's go back a little bit. I should be able to get both of these, this whole area here. Yeah, there we go. Not so. As long as I don't miss any. That's really strange, though, that this tractor doesn't like the GPS mod. I guess I don't drive many articulated tractors. And maybe this is one of those ones that really doesn't like it. Which is kind of strange. So, whatever. Alright, so he's almost finished, and what I'll probably do is I'll probably switch these tractors around, just because this is a more powerful tractor. And it will be able to pull that seeder probably a little bit faster. How much faster? Not really sure, but... Alright, excellent. So let's go inside the tractor. The one downfall of this tractor is I'm really not a big fan of the inside of it. Well, it's not meant to be pretty. Based on what it was used for in the past, as there's a tractor that pulled Russian rockets, I believe, is what it did. So, because this particular farm has no affiliation with any type of, no nationality, it's not American, it's not Canadian, it's not nothing. So, it doesn't matter what kind of tractor I use in my mind. Let's go put this away first. Actually, we'll do it this way. We'll just lower this here, detach it. And where's our tractor? There he is. We'll just switch them out real quick here. Right, it's a hard worker. I need to drop that there. Let's drive away. So that's really cool that you can see that. I don't know if you guys can notice that PK or not. I That's the first time I've actually spread that, so that's really neat. Can it actually hold it? Oh, it can, barely. So, if you guys can see that, the little red thing, that's from spreading PK. If you spread NPK, it's actually blue. And I don't know if it's N. I'm not sure what it looks like if it's spreading just nitrogen. And I keep saying nitrogen and potassium and all that, but I don't know if it's actually, I'm not sure if that's what, if they are 100% supposed to, oops, if that's what they're actually represent or not. I would have to ask Decker. Decker, is that what they're supposed to represent? Yeah, so this guy can do double the speed. So, there you go. That's why we use that guy. Because I believe it's going to run into the tree now. Or is it going to drive around the tree? Oh, he's going to... That's okay. He can back around the tree. Maybe we should take out these trees. I'm all about taking out the trees. Also, you guys all suggested, after asking you guys all suggested that, hey, we should take out these trees and join these two fields when it's possible. Actually, what's the price on this field? We might... I don't think so. Not yet. Because I think it's... The last field I bought was 40,000, so I suspect this will be like 50 or 60. Just a guess, though. Let's double check. Yeah, 50 grand. That's what I thought. Alright, so let's move this guy out of the way. We don't need to spread anything else. We put down PK right now, and we may need to spray some water because it is a little on the low side. Now, the one thing that I would really like is I don't know if it's possible or not, but I would really think it would be interesting if you could combine, because right now, basically what happens is when you want to spread water, you have to pay for it. It seems like that. There may be something in the future that's going to happen. I don't know for sure. That's a slow drop. There may be something in the future that you'll be able to change out. But as of right now, I actually have to come here and refill our sprayer using this fertilizer. And that cost me money. But all we're spreading is water. So it'd be nice if I could refill it from like a water tank. Like let's say up here. It'd be cool if I could refill my sprayer from this. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet, to be honest with you. Oh, really? There we go. It'd be nice if we could refill our water from here. I don't know if you can do that with a sprayer, but that would make perfect sense because all you're spraying is water. So hopefully in the future we will see some irrigation equipment, which would be really nifty, in my opinion. What on earth are you stuck on? Can't trust any of the hard workers. There we go. Anyways, folks, I'll let them finish up that field. That shouldn't take too much longer. We'll come back next episode, and we'll progress time and see what happens. Alright, folks, that's it for me for today. My name's Iain Robson. This has been another episode of The Newbie Farm, and I'll catch you guys later.